Hello and welcome to The Professional Artist with Echo Chernik. And this is Braden Duncan, and she is my guest today. And you are listening on 107.7 United Public Radio Network out of New Orleans. And we are currently at Salt Lake City Comic Con in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, hi, Braden. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Salt Lake City, you said you've done Salt Lake City Comic Con for a lot of years now.
Many, many years. Back when it was still two different events. I think my first one out here was 2015. It has been a minute.
Yeah. So now Salt Lake City, it's just because we have listeners that are all over the world. Salt Lake City is, there's the Salt Lake here, which is, I guess it's dried up, and so that it's surrounded by all the salt flats. Have you seen the salt flats?
I have not, actually.
So
usually when I fly in, I'm right into the city and then right back out again. Although I actually had two events back to back this month, so I had a chance to road trip down to Arches National Park.
Oh,
it was pretty fun.
Cool.
Here we are.
There we go. Sorry about our camera here. We're on the road. So for those of you that are watching on the YouTube channel, our camera's a little bit funky and we got a little light going on. But
thank you for bearing with us.
So thank you for bearing with us. So we'll try to talk loud enough so you can hear us too.
Try to see both of our faces.
So,
hey, there we are.
Anyway, but in the salt. So those of you that are familiar with the salt flats, those are where the first time I learned about the salt flats is back in elementary school when they were testing the vehicle that could go beyond, break the sound barrier. Because the salt flats, the Salt Lake dried up, and left everything, left the area super, super flat, and the salt dries really hard and really flat, and so they can drive vehicles very, very fast on it.
I've seen photos.
So you've seen
beautiful.
photos, and when they shoot, sometimes they shoot videos on it. And I don't know if you saw, but it's worth a Google. There was a Bacardi commercial that they shot. I think it was probably maybe 10 years ago now, and it's if you Google Bacardi. And they had this really futuristic scene of this greyhound race with these. It was like a drone rabbit, the rabbit that they chase, and it was this drone rabbit, and all these people in this futuristic gear, and they go out there and they let this rabbit go forth, and it's just a really beautiful commercial, but it's out on the salt flats, and it's really cool to watch.
It looks like an alien landscape.
It's an alien landscape. It's really, really neat. So. But anyway, that's where we are right now. We're in Salt Lake City doing this show, so it's a lot of fun. And we're hanging out with Meet, and we're going to talk about We're going to talk about cats this morning. So Braden's a cat artist. So tell us about your career and what you do.
All right. Well, I do lots of things, but right now primarily I paint watercolor kittens, and I imagine them in different kinds of costumes. I've got 3 cats at home who model for me. Diesel is my little black one. We've got Ghost and Earl Grey, the Floof twins. And Diesel has been modeling for me for nearly 14 years. Started out painting lots of different critters. Actually have a huge background in oil painting and photorealistic pencil drawing. Used to draw a lot of people, but then I discovered that critters are adorable. And I'm just obsessed with fur and feathers and all of the colors and textures. So now I paint a lot of watercolor critters. My cats used to get into the oil paint and they would track it all over the place. And let me tell you, cleaning alizarin crimson off of cat paws and white carpet, not recommended. After time number 3, I decided to switch to a medium that was water soluble, less toxic, and much easier to clean.
Those of you that aren't familiar with alizarin crimson, that's the color of clotted blood.
Yeah, so, it's beautiful, and it's very disturbing on cats and carpet.
I came home one day in art school, and I walked into my apartment, and my friend was with me, and I swear to God, we thought somebody broke into my apartment in Brooklyn and shot my cat. Because she had gotten into my alizarin crimson and eaten some of it. And then she threw up. And then she licked herself. And I swear we thought that somebody had shot the cat with a shotgun. And we're like, oh my God, my cat's been shot. And there's just what looked like just blood everywhere, like chunky, nasty blood. Turns out there's alizarin crimson oil paint vomit all over the place.
No injuries, just an idiot.
She was an idiot. She oh God, she was the dumbest cat.
God, they're lucky they're cute.
Oh, she was so dumb. This is the one that would get into. You remember he had those 3-pack of Entenmann donuts, where they had the plain and the powdered and the chocolate. She would get into the powdered and eat the middles out of all the powdered right in the middle, like just a hold on the middle.
What a little weirdo.
So little weirdos. So I love them. So
they do make life exciting, and mine now literally pay my rent, so I can't really complain. I was working with a gallery in Seattle called Gargoyle Statuary, and they were having a Black Animals themed show. Gosh, back in 2011, 2012. And the gallerist knew that I had just adopted a little black kitten and suggested that I start painting my kitten. So I did. And
that's Diesel.
That's Diesel.
Diesel.
Yep. She found me, she climbed up on my shoulder and fell asleep, and she basically adopted me. So
you have been chosen.
I have been chosen. And yeah, now she's kind of my everything.
And I'll be painting Diesel soon too.
Yes, I commissioned Echo to do a beautiful portrait of my kitty. I love seeing how fellow artists see my muse.
Yeah, how many paintings of Diesel do you have now?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Between 500 and 1,000.
I have a wall of Diesel.
A wall of Diesels.
So I love the name Diesel super fun for a cat.
So now I turn her into all of my favorite characters. I don't dress her up in costumes in actuality because she knows where I sleep and she would murder me. She is very opinionated, and I don't know, she's just kind of the best thing. I wish I could bring her to conventions in person, but again, she knows where I sleep.
that is definitely. So
I'm currently turning her into superheroes. I'm turning her into horror characters. Let's see, little steampunk critters. Coming up next, we're going to have a series of D&D class kittens. I'm working on some X-Men kittens. Aww. Let's see, what else? Cryptid kittens. I recently turned her into Mothman, except it's Meowthman because cat puns are where it's at.
What booth are you at here at Salt Lake City?
Here at Salt Lake City, I'm on one of the end caps on the main aisle. It's E75. Where are you at?
And that's in the Artist Alley.
Artist Alley.
And today is the last day of FanX.
Last day of FanX. They don't do anything on Sundays here, so it's a Thursday through Saturday event.
And then I am 1507. If you go to the giant sign that says fudge and chocolate, we're right next to that, which is just kind of amazing. Really bad for my hips, but
oh my gosh!
But they have the best heath there next to it. I think it's I forgot
to know.
It's a I should say what the name of the chocolatier is, but I forgot. Canyon something chocolate. Oh, they're so good though.
I mean, it's chocolate, and that's what matters.
It is so good. Their chocolate is so good. It's Copper Canyon, I think it's called.
Oh,
and,
that sounds correct.
And it is so. Their fudge is good, but their heath is, and it's right next to me. I think we bought about 3 pounds of the heath already.
So good.
And it's.
I love their little bonbons. They're like shaped like little rectangles, and they're all different sizes or colors and flavors. I don't even know.
Yeah, and you find your neighbors. You end up interacting with your neighbors a whole lot when you're at shows, and so we end up interacting with the chocolate people next to us a lot. So get to know your neighbors. It's really great. So do you have good neighbors this show?
We have amazing neighbors. So one is out from Texas. The other ones I don't know where they're out from, but it was really nice. The setup this year is interesting, so we're all kind of making sure that we're not in each other's space. Everybody's got enough room. A lot of people work by themselves, so it's actually a good way to get to know people, give them washroom breaks, make sure everybody's got food. My neighbor yesterday allowed me to borrow her scissors, so
yes,
we all help each other out.
You definitely get to know your neighbors and help them out and loan them things when they need it. I think I've talked before about zip ties. That's a currency right there.
Yep.
So everybody needs zip ties for everything. So
zip ties, labels, tape. I mean, caffeine is always a currency out here too. So.
Oh yeah. So, but it takes like everybody to get things to work. Inevitably, your display will fall over, and 20 artists will run over to help you, shore it up so you don't end up collapsed in cats and everything.
I mean, there are worse ways to be. Last day, I'm here for it.
So I'm rebranding my. I'm launching a new brand right now. So that's what I'm using this show partially for. I have the cat brand I told you about last year. I think I ran into you. It wasn't even a year ago.
I had Emerald City Comic Con.
Not even a year ago. I had a couple cats, and you of course went running up and went, "Ooh, cats!"
Yes.
And I only had a couple though. And now I've got like 108 different varieties of cats.
It's amazing.
I'm in the middle of separating them off. I'm just launching a new website. It'll be I got a brand new URL, and it's going to launch in about a week or so. It's going to be
Okay.
echocat.art,
Aw.
but I also got echoart.cat just
Of
in
course.
case I get confused.
Right.
And I'll be separating it off from my sexy stuff, because a lot of my work has the sexy stuff, but then I also have my mainstream advertising work, and we want to really start promoting to the mainstream brand.
That makes sense.
And promote to retail. And I found that while a lot of like all of my collectors that love my sexy stuff also love the cats, but when it comes to the mainstream public, they don't all necessarily like the sexy stuff.
They like their pussy separated.
They like their pussy separated.
Yeah.
They like the people that like the titties like the kitties, but not necessarily the kitties like the titties. So
I hear that.
And also the advertising algorithms don't like the titties.
Not so much.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be, I've actually been creating the brand new brand with the cats, and I'll be launching that. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So, and I got a new sublimation printer, so I can print all kinds of cool things like ornaments and make them on demand and everything, and bags, and the notebook bags I can make are been really popular.
Okay. I'm going to be picking your brain about that.
Yeah, it's really
awesome.
fun. Yeah, because you can just do one at a time. So people are like, oh, I want my cat on this ornament, or on this bag, or on this mouse pad, and
so you can just make them and not have to buy in bulk.
Yeah, you don't have to buy in bulk, which is really nice.
Bulk can be a lot less expensive if you're doing it, but it requires a lot of space to store and that initial capital. So
yeah. And you end up with like 1,000 mouse pads with one print on it.
Right.
Which is great if you can sell 1,000 mouse pads with one print on it. But if you're just going to if you have 108 cats times 1,000, that's 108,000 ornaments you now have to sell, or you're going to end up with 108,000 ornaments that you're storing,
it's just
in
not
your mom's garage
or feasible.
Yeah, that's not such a great thing. So now I can make them one at a time, which is nice. So, and overall the overhead on getting the printer and stuff, we got the smaller one, but it's a good one. So it's it wasn't terribly expensive to get everything. So
I would be tempted to do that, especially for items that take up a lot of space. I do things like prints, magnets, stickers, enamel pins, cards, and those guys mostly flat. They don't take up a lot of space, but things more like t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, they take up more space, and they're just far more expensive to produce.
It can do mugs. It can do mugs and tumblers and things like that. I don't think I'm going to do mugs and tumblers, but you can do mugs and tumblers.
I have friends who do, and it's just I couldn't bring them on an airplane. I travel everywhere on an airplane. My entire setup fits into like 4 or 5 zippy bags.
That's good.
But once you get into 3-dimensional items, things get exciting. So you have to either ship in advance or just do the print on demand.
I knew a porn star whose entire wardrobe fit into like one quart-size Ziploc bag. She brought she's like, oh, I brought like 20 outfits. And she pulls out a quart-size Ziploc bag. I'm like, okay then.
A thong for every occasion.
She's like, oh, this is my evening gown, and I'm like, it's in there too. And she's like, yeah, and I'm like,
super slinky.
Whoa. I mean, it was like totally backless and mostly frontless, and
that sounds stunning.
Yeah, it was wow. And it was her and her husband go on those cruises and everything, the hedonism cruises and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, this is like all my clothes. I'm like,
there you go.
Like, that's like not even a gallon size bag, is it? She's like, oh no.
There's much to be said for that. Cat art takes up a lot more space. Happily, I can use my wardrobe to pack around all of my shipping supplies.
Oh yeah, you're constantly padding with t-shirts.
Yep, t-shirts and tote bags, because I do bring tote bags to shows now, but only like 5 of each. So the rest you can find online. They do, actually. I mean, it totally depends, because a lot of these Comic Cons will give people giant bags for all of the merch when they enter, but it's usually just for VIPs. And a lot of folks don't have bags to carry around, especially if you're in cosplay without pockets. So having a tote bag, and of course they're covered in kittens, I can, encourage people to buy a kitten to help them carry their treasures or hide the evidence.
And part of the reason when I ran into you yesterday, I was like, we should have you on today. That you have a big convention coming up in when is Sea-Meow Con?
Sea-Meow Con is Seattle's premier cat convention, and we are the first weekend of November this year.
Yes,
it is a festival for all things cat. I am your Meowchant coordinator. I actually split the job with my friend Vi from Medusa Tattoo this year. The entire convention is hosted by Seattle Meowtropolitan, which is one of our local cat cafes. And this will be our third time doing it. We had one event before the pandemic, and then we came back last year. Very well attended. Everybody's super excited. Think Comic-Con, but everything is cats. It's cat art, cat toys, cat clothes, cat food, cat beds, cat furniture. People can bring their cats. We're having a cat calling contest. There's a cat cosplay contest. We might have some celebrity cats. We're going to have some vets and people in the cat community who are doing panels. And then 15% of all of our door proceeds go to support local cat rescues in the Seattle area. So it's going to be a blast. Echo's going to be one of our Meowchants.
Meowchant.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah. So if you're in Seattle the first weekend in November, definitely come to the come to the show. And online, where do they find it?
It is Sea-Meow Convention.com.
SEAMEAW convention.com.
We can spell things. We're artists.
No. I don't need to spell things.
Just look up Seattle Meow, and we're popping up.
So it'll also be on my website. You'll
and mine too.
And and what's your website again?
My website is clockworkart.com. I used to be, I do a lot of things in the steampunk community. I think actually the last time we did an artist talk together was at Steamposium years and years ago.
Yes.
We were chatting professional artist things, so it's nice to be back.
That is right.
And what's your website?
EchoChernik.com, and then my new cat one, which give me about a week or two, I'll have it up. It will be echocat.art or echoart.cat in case you're dyslexic.
Right. It all leads to the same place. You've got art, you've got cats, you've got artists. Talking professional cat stuff. And art stuff.
And art stuff.
Cats and art and cats and art.
I do have I have a plan with the cat stuff. I'm starting off right now with doing lots and lots of different varieties to try to get as many flavors as possible. It's fun to see people come up and look at the cats and be like, that looks just like my cat. And they get really teary too. They're like, because I have a lot of different varieties, and I'm trying to get ones that look a lot like people's different cats, and they get really emotional when they see ones that look just like their cats, because they're Art Nouveau, but they have the likenesses of individual ones. But then beyond that, I also have a series of greeting cards, which are going to be really, really great.
That's perfect.
That I have planned, and then I have some Art Nouveau ones that I want to be doing beyond that as well, plus all the merchandise and stuff. And then my goal eventually, I have volunteered at rescues and stuff, is I want to be able to set it up so I can print an overage of things like pins and things, so that I can donate those to some of the shelters and things, so that they can encourage people to make donations.
Absolutely.
And so give back to the cat shelters to encourage donations and things like that. So I have a business plan for this. So it's important when you're an artist to have a plan where you're going with your brand. So as as an advertising illustrator, when I decided to offshoot this, I'm not just like, I'm just going to do cats now and do this. I actually have like an evolving plan with this new brand. So
it's interesting.
Kind of exciting.
Like, we all come to it in a different way. Mine kind of evolved organically, because the internet is just overrun with cats, and I've got cats at home. So my brand, I guess, kind of created itself.
Yeah.
And then it's part of our community anyway. I also work very closely with a lot of the rescues in the area. I donate to a lot of their fundraisers. And then, during the pandemic especially, so many places had to shut down. It was really sad. They needed volunteers. They needed fosters. They weren't getting as many donations because people couldn't come and adopt in person. So I did an entire series of portraits of wildcats, and then donated all of the proceeds to different charities.
No.
And all of the prints and all of the postcards that I still have from those series, whenever I sell them at a show. Oh, sorry.
Don't want to.
Right. All of those proceeds still go to those charities. So
that's cool.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to help out. And I mean, as you were saying, it's like cat people are everywhere. Everybody loves to find a cat that looks like their cat.
Oh, yeah. No, it's really fun to see people. And some of them get really emotional.
Oh, yeah.
And what I like about, also, I can make these glass ornaments now that are flat, like crystal ornaments.
Oh,
and I have people come up and they're like, oh, I have like 8 cats. And, 6 of them, have passed on and gone over the Rainbow Bridge. And so that they'll find ornaments of like all of their ones and for their Christmas tree. So they'll be able to put all their cats on their Christmas tree. And they get really excited. And so that's been really really popular, so they can hang them up every year and be like,
Yep,
here's
yep.
all our cats we've ever had. And I was like,
That's
oh,
so
so that
fun.
kind of evolved accidentally. I was like, I'll make
Yeah.
ornaments of them, and then they become this collectible where people can just
Mhm.
be like, oh, this is so and so, and this is so and so, and this is
Mhm. It's so nice to just have an object. Because, I mean, the prints are amazing, but having a card that you can actually write in or like a little object that you can interact with every day, it makes all the difference. Because our kitties never last as long as we want them to.
No.
I mean, it allows us to love more of them, but it's...
Oh, my cat
Yeah.
Livy right now. We got her out of the dumpster last year.
Oh my
Somebody,
gosh.
I was volunteering at the shelter, and this lady came up and she said, "There's this white cat, and we think she's pregnant, but we're not sure. And can someone come get her?" And I was like, "Well, I can pick her up." And so I went and got her, and it turns out she's a cow mani, which is a really expensive brand. I know.
Yeah, they're from Thailand with the odd eyes,
and
like
she has
white.
she has an odd eye. She has a blue eye and a green eye.
I just painted one of those in a teacup.
She's beautiful. And she and the poor thing, and she had a distended stomach. She wasn't pregnant, but she has a tapeworm named Gary. Rest in peace, Gary. But she had ear mites and fleas and all that stuff. She had a broken fang, and she has leukemia, and it's like inner bones and everything. So so the doctor was not very hopeful. He thought she was like a little over a year old, but now we've had her for a year and a quarter.
Wow.
And when he first put her under, he's like, well, I don't know, we're gonna fix her thing, but I'm not sure because I'm not, and he did her bloods, and he's like, oh, well, actually her bloods are not too bad, and I did a full exam, and I didn't find any extra organs and no big tumors. So
extra organs.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, apparently they can get extra kidneys and stuff.
I had no idea.
When they have leukemia, they can get like extra kidneys and weird things.
That's fascinating and terrifying.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, and he's like, well, sometimes cats just aren't told they were supposed to be dead. So just, nobody tell her, and just, so he's hoping for like 3 years. And so we're living, her name is Oblivious. Aww. And Livy for short. And so she's living her best life. So
and now you've got an undead cow mini.
Yeah. So we're like, go Livy. And she has a boyfriend, Bendels, who's an asshole. Okay. So he's a complete nutter dick. He gets me up at 5 every morning so I can go feed her.
Yeah.
And then he lays there and watches her eat, like some kind of weird food porn. And I'm like, just to make sure she eats. And but she's fine. She's happy. She's living her best life, and she's the happiest thing ever. Probably not right now because I'm not home.
Right.
But
that's the hardest thing about traveling.
Oh, she's so snuggly.
Yeah.
But we're trying to pack like 15 years into, we're hoping 3. And I figured, quality over quantity.
Absolutely. So, I'm so happy she found you guys.
Yeah,
that's
she's
amazing.
A good girl. She's the sweetest thing. So, you just take what you can get.
Absolutely.
So.
Every single one is so different.
I know, they're so different.
Ours are very strange because my little black Diesel was raised by a pair of Australian Shepherds, so she kind of thinks she's the dog. She's 6 pounds. She's ridiculous.
Oh gosh.
And then we adopted 2 little gray kitties, Ghost and Earl Grey, and they were raised by her, so they don't know how to cat at all. So it's a fun little community. She's definitely in charge. She was not thrilled when we brought them home. But then she realized they're really dumb, so they are not usurpers. They are minions. They absolutely do her bidding.
Good. Well, yeah. Once she gets them into place, she's good.
It works out. But they're just the sweetest things. Diesel is my little cuddle buddy, my studio goblin. She kind of hangs out on my shoulder. Just loves being present while I paint. So if you see any paw prints or cat hair in there, those are authentic. And it's a bonus. It is. You should charge more. Awesome. We should. Charge more for the cat prints. Oh, so. Right. And then the kittens are just, they don't really meow. They're just cuddles and purrs. You pick them up and they're all floppy. They are Nebelungs, which is a really interesting breed that I hadn't heard of before. I've never heard of that. But they're soft, they're gray, they're silky, they've got really wide set green eyes, and you pick them up and they just melt like a rag doll. Oh. They're so sweet. Yeah. I love cats. You know what I like about cats? They are, as my daughter tells me, they are the definition of consent. They are. They really are. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Mm-mm. I mean, they're not just, dogs are fine and stuff, but, dogs generally like you. Mm-hmm. I mean, cats, they have to earn their trust. They let you know where the boundaries are, and they will enforce those boundaries if you don't respect them. And when they like you, you feel really good. Oh, it's so true. You're like, oh my God, they like me. It took 8 years for Diesel to finally adopt and accept my partner. I mean, she tolerated him, but now she will leave me for his lap. Oh, wow. It is how it is. He's fabulous too, so I can't really complain.
See, Bennett meets me at the door,
Mhm.
and I have to pick him up, like all 18 pounds of him,
Oh my
and
gosh.
flip him over and give him raspberries, right? But he hates me. He will not cuddle with me. Besides that, he gets mad if I don't do that.
Okay.
But then,
okay.
but he won't. I'm the only one. He won't sit on my lap,
Yeah.
and he gets grumpy at me for everything else. But if I don't greet him, if I don't give him raspberries, he gets grumpy at me. So
It's a ritual.
he's a weird boy. So he also eats trash and then throws it up and gets really mad at his throw up for like betraying him and ending up outside of his body.
Like, why do you do that?
It's like, dude,
Oh,
why?
man.
Don't eat plastic, you dummy.
They're so strange. Our kittens, they lick everything. I don't know why. Like, we didn't lick them as kittens. Like, Diesel doesn't really lick them either, but they lick each other. They lick the floor. They lick the walls. They lick windows. They lick us. If you want exfoliation, come over and just hang out with my Floof twins for a minute.
Yep.
But Earl Grey has this fabulous habit, because they're both long-haired. They get hair all over the carpet. He will lick it up for us and then throw it up in nice little piles.
Oh, that's
He's
nice.
like, look, I'm helping. And we're like, you're disgusting.
That's gross, but
It's really gross.
thank you.
But, he's cute and he thinks he's helping, so we make it work.
I had this when I first got Livy, the very first night I got her, we brought her in and we bathed her. She's pure white, and we put her in the shower, and my daughter points out there's this stream of dirt coming off of her. And we're like, that's disgusting.
Well,
and in the first time you wash, you put a cat in the shower, you don't know how they're gonna behave. Like the other one, like Sita, you put her in a shower and you swear it's the apocalypse. She starts spinning and there's razors and death and
Right.
But Livy, we washed her and she was fine, and then I put her in a towel and she just kind of collapsed and I rolled her up and then put her in, then she went and hid. And I woke up in the middle of the night to her licking my face. And she literally, I had an age mark, like right in the middle of my cheek. She literally cleaned the age mark off of my face. It hasn't come back. I mean, I looked it up. Apparently, microdermabrasion's like $300. So I'm like, oh, look, like I got.
Or just adopt a cat.
I don't think that's really replicable. It's like, every time people are like, how can I get rid of this age spot? I'm like, well, all right, now maybe that's. Go adopt a dumpster cow mini and then bathe them and have them wake up in the middle of the night and lick it off your face. All right, that's really probably
I mean, it depends on the cat. Ghost loves licking people. Earl Grey does the carpet. Ghost does my face.
Do they lick your eyelids when they like your
No, not the eyelids.
Oh, that hurts so much.
I don't let her do that.
Like, ow, ow, ow,
That's
ow,
very
ow,
tender skin.
Yeah.
But she will clamp her paws on both sides of my face. I have to rub my face in her belly first because she loves belly rubs. And then she'll clamp her paws on both sides of my face and just exfoliate me for literally as long as I let her. So
I did learn from somebody though about I don't know much about Siamese. I did learn though apparently their color changes if they're warmer or cooler. Did you know that?
I didn't know about the temperature, but I did know sometimes it's with age too. They can start out nearly white as a kitten, and then their points get darker as they age.
But it
can be temperature.
Their atmosphere. If you tend to keep your house cooler, they'll get darker, and if you tend to keep your house warmer, they'll stay lighter.
Okay.
So and I was told that's apparently it's just how you keep your house. If you they'll affect their color. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I didn't either.
I was like, that's neat.
And cat colors are so strange already. Gosh, cat genetics, man.
Cats are nuts.
Cats are nuts.
I know. I like the ones that are like halfway down the middle.
Yeah,
and stuff,
the little harlequin kitties.
Yeah.
I met one of those in Vietnam not too long ago. They had an entire cat cafe, and it was full of munchkin kitties and sphinx kitties. And they had this, beautiful Maine Coon kitty. And then there was just this little tortoiseshell, and she was like totally half and half. She was like half white, half orange, and she just curled up and hung out on our table the entire time.
Oh, that is so cute. They're so awesome.
I go to cat cafes in every city I visit. It's kind of my mission.
Yeah.
I've now been to cat cafes in, over 20 cities and 6 different countries. It's how we do.
Yeah. Cats are amazing. I love painting them. So, but yeah. So back to art though.
Back to art.
But so and then working on the new brand and actually treating it like a new brand. Like my old brand kind of developed the way you did. It just sort of developed organically. But with this one, I'm trying to plan it a little bit more, and we're actually launching it as a retail brand. So I'm gearing up to launch it more, do a lot more advertising, and go a little bit more, worldwide with the internet and everything.
Nice. Are you looking for like contract deals or wholesale?
Well,
or...
I already have a licensing agent. So eventually,
perfect.
I'm gonna go out and do some licensing with them.
Mm-hmm.
I sent some over to them, and some of them are already licensed, but I'm not really pushing that.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing that yet because there's so many of them.
Oh yeah, see where it goes.
Yeah, I have some Pegasus Publishing. Put some on T-shirts already. So if you want T-shirts of some of them, he does the best T-shirts.
Yeah.
But I'm not pushing them yet until I get the next round of the pieces done. But I want to I want to really get my online sales pushed with the cats especially for the holidays coming up. So
we're doing a big online sale too.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good. So
So which pieces are you working on next?
For these pieces, so I think the greeting card ones. Okay, so they're gonna be really, really cute. I'm really excited. Too. I know, really excited. So I'm really, I've got these. The outside. I have the one I'm working on with these. It's got I've got like these really great Art Nouveau cat portraits on the outside. And then the envelope will be like sort of like the money envelope that just says like a gift for you on the outside. You know how they have the money envelope. And then I'm going to be doing a bookmark on the inside, a fancy Art Nouveau bookmark. Okay. But it's going to have a either a really, really pretty, cool dead bird or a really, really cool Art Nouveau dead rat or something. So it says a gift for you, but it's like but it's like a dead thing. But also in an Art Nouveau style, because cats bring us dead things. So like a dead gecko, and so you'll open it, kind of thinking it's going to be money, but it's going to be like a dead gecko in a cool Art Nouveau style on the inside. You'll be like, oh, it's a gift. Oh wait, of course it's a gift from a cat. It's going to be a dead gecko bookmark. Of course it is. So
I love that, and it's very on brand, and also very accurate.
Yeah.
My mom has a few cats at her residence as well, and one of them is a giant ginger. We call him Sweet Boy. He brings her presents at least multiple times a week. She has this ongoing saga of mouse number 7, mouse number 8, bird number 12. Like,
oh god,
there are so many, and it's impossible to keep them inside out there. She lives in the mountains, so he's not near any traffic. But it's many pictures of giant orange kitty and tiny little dead things. Some that aren't quite so dead, so she catches them and lets them go as she can.
Yeah, we used to have an old guy, Sergeant, that we rescued when he was, they told us he was 9, but our vet friend's like, he's kind of more like 14, and he was really old. He got outside once, and we looked out the window and we saw that he was outside, and he was stalking a dandelion. I mean, he was stalking this thing, and we're like, dude, that's okay then. And, he almost caught it. He almost caught it.
Almost. Next time.
Yeah. We're like, dude, come, you can't, come
they're so
back
weird.
inside. Now, he was so old. Anyway, but he had to come back inside because we don't trust him outside. No. But anyway, Sita, who's quite the huntress, she would try to teach him to hunt, so she would bring him live rabbits and sneak them in the house. Yeah. And so suddenly we'd have a live rabbit running around the house. To try to teach, she's like, well, she wanted to teach him to hunt. So she's like, here, I brought you a live rabbit. We're like, Sia, no. It's just, it's amazing. She has total control whether or not she wanted to kill something or whether or not she wanted to have it, have it be alive, or she's exceptional at hunting.
Yeah. Some of them really are, some not so much. Our cats will see a spider and then they'll surround it and they'll look at it and they'll be like, hey, we found it. And I'm like, and they're like, and? So I have plenty of photos of our cats just all in a little circle around this bug. Oh. And then they just walk away.
Yeah, she keeps eating them and getting sick and throwing up. Oh my God, no, stop eating the spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like the spiders. We're in the Pacific Northwest that eat the gnarly bugs. As long as they're out of the way.
She knows Cat's afraid. My daughter, Cat's afraid of spiders, and so she lives with Cat now. So she eats the spiders, and then she throws up all over the floor. And I'm like, oh, honey, stop eating the spiders.
I mean, she's trying to help.
She's helping great. Yeah. And she throws up all over, and then she's sick all morning.
God, they're so gross.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, honey. So she's trying. So.
Yeah.
So what else are you working on?
Oh, let's see. Right now, I'm actually working on a Better Life Art Sanity balance for next year. I currently do about 30 conventions a year all over the U.S.
No wonder I see you all over the place.
Yeah, we see each other everywhere.
I see you at every convention I'm at.
And I go to most of them in person, which I love. It's so much fun. I love seeing people in costumes and being able to interact with the entire community. But it's also not super sustainable. So over the last few months, I have been working with a couple of friends who have offered to take over some of my travel conventions. And we are going to work on them doing probably some more of the Oddities and Curiosities Expo, which is a fabulous circuit. It's like a Halloween convention.
Yeah.
I do Comic Cons, horror shows, and cat shows. So we're going to see if they can do some more of my travel events. And then I can stay home and paint in my studio more often because I have so many projects, not just the ones that I described, but I think my list of cats is like 1,000 long at least of things that I still need to paint. So we are getting there. I'm not sure where you guys will see me next year. I will definitely be in some spaces, but I'm trying to do more like 2 events in person each month instead of like 6.
Oh my God, that's so
Because that's a
many.
lot, especially when it's in, back-to-back states, back-to-back weekends. I
Yeah.
haven't been home in the past, I don't know, it's been over 10 days. I've been in Salt Lake for a minute. But I've been traveling for pretty much the last 2 months straight with maybe 1 to 3 days between air flights. So
That's hard.
It's hard. September and October are always crazy pants, but I take the holidays off. Holidays are my painting time. I spend it with my kittens and my partner and my mom. And yeah, we'll see what I come up with this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, this is my last away show for a while.
Okay, that's
and then
awesome.
I have Sea-Meow Con.
Yeah, we're excited. That's
yeah.
my last show of the year.
Oh,
so I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah. After this one, I go home, and then my partner and I drive down to Portland for the Oddities Expo. Got 4 days in between this one and that one.
Oh, that's cool. I'm
And then
trying
I felt like a couple weeks before the Seattle Oddities Expo, and then I'm in Washington Horror Con in Puyallup for the first time. It's a new event,
cool.
sponsored by Elvira. That's coming up the last weekend of October. Friends working that one for me because I will be in Sacramento for the Oddities Expo.
Oh, wow.
And then Sea-Meow Con's the weekend after that.
You got in like all the Oddities Expos.
I do about a dozen with them every year.
Wow.
So they release the new schedule on Halloween every year.
Yeah, I'm going to try to apply for that.
Please do. Oh my gosh, you'd fit right in. It's amazing. Current vendors have already applied. They give us the schedule about a month in advance.
Yeah.
We are not allowed to share because it's secret. But yeah, Oddities Expo coming soon. More Comic Cons coming soon. Cat show coming soon. And yeah, definitely come to Sea-Meow. Get all of your cat needs.
Yeah, I have a show in Seattle on Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
And Sea-Meow Con, and then Alchemy Fair, which is just a 1-day show in Everett, which is nice because it's a nice show when it's local.
When is that one?
Oh gosh, you're gonna ask me that. Middle of October.
Middle of October.
Middle of October. It's a nice show. It's actually a good size. And
I was gonna say that one's local for me too. So if I'm in town, I'll come.
Alchemy Fair. Yeah, it's nice. It's just on a Saturday.
Okay.
And it's it's just the tables are inexpensive and there's lots of cool vendors and it's a fun show. It's usually in October and April, and you should that's local. You should come.
Yeah.
You should come to that one.
I like checking out shows, and then I can support my friends. It's good to do reconnaissance for potential future shows I want to vend.
October 26th, October.
Okay.
Something like that. it's somewhere in the middle there.
Somewhere, yeah. I might be in Sacramento. If not, then yeah. I know you'll rock it. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's usually fun. I've done them for a little while now, so. But and what else is going on? So this show's been a lot of fun though, and I had the Realms Unknown fair last weekend, which was over in Portland.
Nice.
And that was a lot of fun. I did the posters for them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was really neat. I really, that was neat. That was an outdoor fair. I haven't done an outdoor fair in a long time. So they gave me a huge tent for that because I did the posters.
Okay.
And so it was it's like a fantasy fair, fantasy medieval. Has like set up into different.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was set up into different. There's a steampunk area too.
Okay.
So
love that.
It's like there's a steampunk area, and then there's a fae area and a time travelers area.
Oh,
and
man.
it was
I
a lot of
go.
fun. It was a lot of fun. And this is the second year. It took over for Fairy Worlds.
Oh, okay.
So Fairy Worlds went on for like 20 years. And
I heard about that one.
And then it went away during COVID. And then this took over. And it's this gorgeous golf course.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. The space is just beautiful. And so you should definitely check it out.
I'd love to. I did a lot of Renaissance fairs growing up too.
Oh,
so
yeah. It's a really nice one. It's not all like dusty and stuff. It's all like it's gorgeous. It's lush. And it's it's the second year. It was beautiful. It was great. It was a lot of fun. They have these different like I said realms for each one. I did poster
Okay.
for each realm. So,
fun.
so yeah, so it should happen again next year. And hopefully
Please
you
keep
can
us all
come
posted.
down. Yeah, and hopefully you can come down. And like I said, they have a steampunk section, so you should be in that.
Oh, I'd love that.
So, and that was last weekend. I'm ready to go home and see my cats.
Oh my gosh, right?
So,
I was still in Salt Lake City last weekend because we had the Oddities Expo out here first.
oh, geez.
And then there were 3 days in between that event and this one. Last year there was a little bit more time in between, but this time it's like, okay, I've got 2 days and then I've got set up for FanX, so I might as well just stay in town.
So what'd you do in town? Just hang
you
out?
know, I travel with my friends Sammy and Dusty. They are fellow Seattle artists. They're the ones that are going to be taking over some travel shows for me. We road tripped down to Moab and saw Arches National Park.
Ooh.
Got to see a friend from high school who lives down there now. And we got to see dinosaurs. There's something called the Moab Giants, where they are life-size dinosaurs. You can take a little walk. They are interactive. We totally rode one, because how can you not?
Cool.
And then we came back up here, and they road tripped out to Denver, because there's also an Oddities Expo out there. So they are repping my work in Denver while I'm here in Salt Lake still.
Wow.
And then I flew my friend Teresa out from Seattle to help me work this event. So we are flying back tomorrow. So I will finally be back home tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, wow. So what was the dinosaur thing? Was it a museum or?
They have a museum component. It's kind of like an outdoor trek. It's just a big trail in the desert, and they have different pop-ups with life-size dinosaurs and then little info stands where you can learn about each dinosaur. But they're also photo ops. A lot of them have little interactive areas where you can go and like climb all over the dinosaurs, climb under the dinosaurs. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And if you bring your sketchbook, you can write all that off as a text write-off.
Absolutely.
So
business expense.
Business expense. So don't forget that, people.
Right.
Artists, don't forget that it's all a text write-off.
It is.
You're learning about, dinosaurs and where dinosaurs
This is research and development.
It is. No, legitimately. Not joking wise. It really is. So,
Also, cat food, cat litter, cat vet bills, anything. If they're your models, it's a tax write-off. Just saying.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, yes, you would know that.
I would know.
So,
this has been my career for, over a decade.
I haven't even thought about the cat part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start thinking about
I should start thinking about writing up the cat stuff as models. Yeah.
Absolutely. They are doing a very valuable service. Yeah.
I didn't even think I could write up my cat vet bills.
You absolutely can.
What?
Yeah. It's a medical expense.
I totally
for
forgot
your models.
that
right?
Part.
Yeah. Do it.
You're
happy to help.
You're totally right. Yeah. So.
And this is what we do. We help each other out because a lot of things you don't even think about. A lot of us went to art school or had to figure this stuff out, a little bit at a time. But the larger the community we have, the more we can help each other.
And it has to do with the percentage, too. I mean, if you just draw your cat once, you can't write off all your vet bills.
That's not really...
But if you have an entire brand based around it, that's a different thing.
Exactly.
If you're like, look, I drew my cat once, I'm going to write off $17,000 in cat bills. They're not going to like that too much.
It's got to be actually making money for you.
Yeah. So, you actually have to legitimately be like, look, this is my brand based around cats. That's
And it is possible. I mean, I tell folks all the time, it's like, we can do it. You can do it too. I'm so excited when fellow artists are actually able to turn their passion into a career. Not everybody wants to and not everybody can, and that's okay. But I don't know, the first time I made it to Comic-Con, what I did in half a year at my day job, I did that in one weekend. I couldn't go back. I love this so much. It is a lot of work. We travel a lot.
It's
we
a
work
lot of work.
We don't really get days off. I mean, it's like we're always thinking about art to some extent. We're planning, we're plotting, we're answering emails, we're doing merch, we're painting things. There's a lot of admin that you don't really think about being a professional artist, but it's all worth it, 100%.
You have to kind of take the fun when you get it, too.
Exactly.
So, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go down and walk around Moab. And
right. Ride some dinosaurs.
Take some pictures, take some reference pictures. You're still thinking, I should take a picture of this for reference in case I need it later.
Absolutely. And we did.
Technically still work, but that's okay.
I'd love to do some kaiju kittens, like kittens fused with dinosaurs. There's going to be a Kittenzilla in there at some point. So.
Yes, there should be.
Yeah, this is definitely reference photos.
Definitely reference photos. Yeah. Yeah, so you're always thinking about work, but it's also
Mhm.
exciting too, because you're like, what can I do? It's like potential stuff.
Exactly. That's another thing that's so much fun about these conventions. It is so inspiring because there's so many artists here. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's passionate about it. Everybody's setup is a little bit different. So one of my favorite parts is just walking around and seeing how people display their work. You know, it's like, what kind of things are they making? What's the easiest, most efficient, most, user-friendly way of getting all of this amazing art into people's hands, making sure that people adopt cat art. I love it when my kitties find new homes.
Yay!
It's so rewarding having people come back year after year. That's why I've done this convention for so many years. People come back every year and they're like, hey, what's new? Oh my gosh, I get this one last year and that one last year. And they just want to add to their collection.
Do they get new cats every year? I have
A lot of
my
people
one
do.
my one concern
Yep.
is that they're going to get their cat and then they're going to be like, okay, I got my cat, and not.
Oh no.
Not
Cat
get
people
the
like all
repeat.
cats. It's not
Okay.
like dog people. Like, I love dog people too. I love dogs, but there's a reason I don't paint dogs for a career, you know? Like, they're very specific about their dog. Whereas cat people, it's like, oh my God, this looks just my cat, except for, my little black cat is my little black cat, and their cat is orange, and he has one eye and a stump leg, like, just like their cat. But they see it, it's the energy, it's the expression.
Because right now
it's so rad.
Right now I'm doing very specific cat portraits, but I intend to expand upon that. But
they're still really universal though, and I love that you can do like variations on a theme.
And
so
I'm like,
you'll have a long-haired black
are they going to
cat,
come
all
back
different
next
eyes.
year and collect other ones? Or are they going to be like, okay, I got my cat, moving on?
They'll come back. Okay. I promise you, they'll come back. Especially if you start doing like different sorts of themes. I mean, you've got the Art Nouveau. I mean, you said you might be working on some spooky things coming up next.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And I want to do some pins too.
Oh, definitely.
So definitely want to do some pins and some things, and so
it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
It's a growing thing. It's fun. I love painting cats. They're so much fun. So they're just a joy to draw. So
they really are. Not that we're biased or anything.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. So they're relaxing.
Yeah.
So, and I had I was thinking. This is not about cats. This is about something different. I had a panel I did yesterday for the Illustrators of the Future, and someone came up to my booth yesterday while we were talking, and we were talking about following your dreams and everything, and she wants to do she's writing her own book and doing her own illustrations. So she's trying to figure out what style to do her illustrations in, and she was asking me about if she should be looking at what the current trends are and doing the style in whatever current trend is out there.
It's a valid question. However,
don't follow the current trends. Do what you are drawn to do. Do what excites you, and what artists do is we make the trends.
Exactly.
So do your style and make the trend, and let people let people's opinion turn to what you're doing, and
absolutely
make that the new trend.
If you're passionate about it, people will get that. Like, don't be the next somebody else. Be the first you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I just found that was an interesting question. Should I try to follow the trend? I'm like, no, don't follow the trend.
You could follow trends as far as like things that are available. It's like, if people think that enamel pins are super fun and you also like enamel pins, awesome. Yeah. It's like, if people are asking you a lot for stickers, maybe look into stickers if it's something that interests you. But I have never been a fan of folks just, painting a thing because other people want it. It's like, if you are not interested in, painting frogs, then don't paint frogs. You know?
Paint what excites you.
Exactly.
So absolutely. There's some cool merch and stuff out there. When I first started, there wasn't anything like that out there. People were just doing prints and not of the quality that there are now, but now they have those acrylic keychains.
It's amazing. There's everything.
The standee things, and there's just all kinds of stuff artists can make, and not terribly expensive either. I mean, it used to cost a fortune to make anything.
Yep.
So, and you can make just a small amount of pins now for a lot less money than it used to cost.
Yeah, and a lot of us are happy to share our production partners. Like, some people are a little more circumspect about it.
Some people don't. Some people are like, oh no, I'm not going to share my secrets.
They don't want them to get overloaded, and then, the quality could drop. But I don't know, the ones that I work with, it's a lot of trial and error. I really appreciate them, and I want them to get more business.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
Yeah. Generally, if you ask me, I'm happy to share. Not every artist will, so don't take it personally.
Not every artist will. So.
But it never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have, how many different pin varieties do you have?
I think probably about 30 right now, maybe more. And I'm always making new ones. I'm actually going to be working on a new set for the holidays, so stay tuned.
Cool.
Yeah, I just have to get home and actually have more than one day in my studio.
Yeah. I like to put my pins on backing cards when I'm
same.
Competent enough to do that.
Yeah.
I found a good way to do that is to just actually print business cards.
Yep,
and then
that's exactly
use
what
that
I do
as the
too.
backing card.
I actually use the original painting and then just lower the opacity and put the words over it, so they have a copy of the original painting that the pin was based on.
Yeah.
So it works out really well. Nice, easy template.
Put all your social media stuff on that, of course.
Yep. And then sometimes you can do packing parties. I've got a lot of artist friends who do events and have merch. We just get together like one day every other month, and we all just help each other pack stuff. Yep. It works out really well.
You get a hole punch so that you can hang, you can hang the pins up if you wanted to.
Yep.
Too, and
I have little like backing hanger tag things, and
I have sticky things that you can go on the back of prints to hang there. And there's all kinds of tricks to hanging prints and everything. I use Velcro. I just got big Velcro panels that I can use now to hang my cats right on.
Oh,
you
that's so awesome.
You just stick them right on there, and they hang up there.
Nice and easy.
So of course, every time I have my little metal carpet hooks that I use, I always have to yell, I need more hookers. I need more hookers. I need hookers.
Never enough hookers.
Never enough hookers.
You use the pro panels too? I
use the pro panels.
Cool. I got a set last year.
I have the full pro panels and the breakdown pro panels. I bought those from another artist. I have Heather Hudson's old pro panels.
Oh, perfect. She's fabulous.
They say Heather Hudson on the box still. Nice. So if they ever get lost, like in your return, she's gonna be like, "These aren't mine anymore. Right? Why do they have my name on them?" So
they'll find their way somewhere.
Yeah, so I bought, so you can always buy the set from old, from other artists and stuff.
For sure.
So the pro panels last a really long time. I've had my pro panels for 15 years.
Damn.
Okay. My tall guys.
Yep.
So.
They really come in handy. They're actually, they're a little bulky, but they're not heavy.
Gridwall's heavy.
I used to use Gridwall, never again. Yeah. Like for some folks, it works out really well, but
it's heavy. It's so
for
heavy.
My local shows, pro panels, I can set up my entire 10x10 booth in 15 minutes. It's amazing.
With pro panels?
Pro panels.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I just have the 7-footers, and I don't have any of the up top stackers. So yeah, I may though, because it's nice to get some height.
I have the toppers, which we got a few years ago, and the lights.
Oh, okay. I don't do lights for mine yet.
Well, I have a weird booth this time. They gave me a 10x20. I was supposed to get a 10x20 end cap, but for some reason I ended up in between like two end caps, so I have like an alleyway. So it's
very strange.
So it's like a 10x20, but I have a booth on either side, so it would be like
it's like a galley sort of.
It would be like a galley walkway.
Yep.
So if I didn't have the lights, it would be really dark.
Right.
So I ended up having to set up the pro panels down one side, and then put the tables down the other side, and put Heather Hudson's breakdown ones on the other side.
It's so weird.
And then use the bars to go across the top.
Yep. So you can stabilize everything.
So you kind of have to figure. Every show is a little bit different. You have to kind of figure out like. How am I going to get this to work? This is a weird space. How am I going to? And being Utah, they're a little bit funny about the nudity. I put my nudity stuff in the back, and I put the cats up the front, and it works out good. So I find that the people come in for the cats, and then the people that they see the nudity and they come in a little bit further, and they come in for that. It's
like incremental pussy.
Yeah, come in.
I love it.
So,
and in this event, I'm squished into a 6-foot table because I had to pack for 2 10x10 booths and a 6-foot table without going home, so I didn't know how much stuff I would have. So it's interesting. I normally do 10x10 booths, but for some of the Comic Cons, it's still just the table. But we do what we can.
You do what you can.
Speaking of, the event is going to start in a minute, so I should probably get back to my booth.
Yes. So yes, the event will open in a minute. So is there anything else that you want to say?
No, just it's been really nice chatting with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Too. So
I'm glad we see each other at so many events, and we're just going to kick ass this year.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So and I will see you on the show floor and at Sea-Meow Con.
Indeed, Sea-Meow or bust.
Sea-Meow or bust. So thank you so much, and take care. So and thank you for joining me on the Professional Artist at 107.7 New Orleans, and I will see you next week. And this is Echo Chernik, and have a great day and keep creating art and take care.